Hello there guys, how are we all doing today? We are going to be going into our first matchup of the day. It is EKO versus ToxicWorld, currently in the knife round, but should be a nice game. Obviously both of these teams certainly going to want to improve their current season. As you know, we are still early doors, but we've got to expect a little bit more from both of them if they do want to get themselves to that playoff spot. Obviously EKO, this is their third game of the season. They are currently 1-1, whereas for ToxicWorld, they had a really shaky start. Their season has started with a 1-3 record. Obviously, this being their fifth matchup, you've got to expect if they want to get themselves to playoffs, they're going to have to change things up here. As realistically, we're going to be expecting, needing maybe 5 wins to get yourself to that playoff spot, or at least to guarantee it. I feel like we might be able to see a couple teams slide through with a 4-4 record, but I feel like in that situation, you really don't want to be leaving anything up to chance. So for both of these teams, certainly does mean quite a lot. Not too sure what's going on in the knife round. Maybe someone's AFK, but either way. Extinct has 2,000 kills on that knife. That's ridiculous. I don't know if you lot saw that. But yeah, it should be a great opening game here. Obviously EKO, they are going to be absolutely brimming with confidence. Just coming off the back of the Beyond Summer Invitational win, they bested Into the Breach. So you've got to assume this EKO side are certainly going to be looking confident in regard to their upcoming games. And I feel like we could be seeing some dominance from them. I think we are going to be going into the knife round now properly. Now, obviously on a map like Nuke, the knife round holding a lot of kind of massive benefit really. Starting on that CT side of Nuke is always going to be something massive. And EKO besting their opponents on the knife round, so they will be starting on that CT side. And here we have it. We are going into the pistol round now. No kit in play on the CTs. They have invested in 2 sets of Dualies and a flashbang. Giraffe dropping over the Dualies to both Tadpole and Extinct. Fair bit of util on the side of ToxicWorld. They've already used a nade and a smoke, and now the mollies and flashes are going to be coming over the top. These Dualies on top hut can do a lot of work here. By passive playstyle, they opted to go for the flashes over hut, and oh, it's a nice play from them. We do have a player down the vent already. All the Extinct able to find one. Zealot spamming with the Glock, able to find his second. Gizmy in the back lines will find one. There's already 2 players down towards vent, and Gizmy with a clean double. The bomb will get planted, but 3 versus 2 now. An Artist getting aggressive here towards single door. Kissley able to find one. Near life gets another. Onto this 1 versus 1 now. An Artist, in fact, can just stick the bomb. It will be a 10-second stick. Oh, he gets off it. And Kissley still wins the altercation. Artist in a very tough situation there. Obviously, Artist realistic couldn't really find the frag onto Kissley at range with the Dualies, or kind of, it would be an unfavored gunfight. So opted to stick the bomb, but the 10-second defuse made things really tough there. But ToxicWorld, they take the pistol here. Obviously, the T side of Nuke being the unfavored side, so taking the pistol early on, you're certainly going to be happy with the result of that. And if we can see ToxicWorld best the force buy of EKO, it will be against an Eco here, and that will allow them to find 3 rounds. And getting 3 rounds early on their T side, it will be pretty much perfect for them. Oh, a team kill there from Zealot brings it to a 2v2. Zealot's also 5 HP. EKO, they've been given a blessing here. Tadpole has been dropped to very low HP as well, though. So the dominant factor in this round will be Giraffe for this EKO side. He's been spotted and he has been found as well. Tadpole, all that remains, he's made his position known. And ToxicWorld, although there were some kind of dicey elements of this round, they have kind of brought it back to a dominating level. So Ryzen will be the one to take the first contact. Oh, can save the AK as well. ToxicWorld, as mentioned, they do best the force buy of EKO, and it's going to put them in a great position to find this 3rd round. And realistically, ToxicWorld, out of the remaining 12 rounds of this half, all they will need to do is, you know, best 3 of the full buys of their opponents. And, you know, that's a fairly strong half. They'll find 6 rounds on the T side. Aggression outside here from the T's, trying to take some control here as Elok could find the opening pick and is successful. Takes down the AWP in-game leader of Artist. That's 7. Slowly going to be aggressing towards double doors. I like this site stack here, but it might not yield any benefit. Kissley will be aggressing, and the final 3 players all here. Oh, Kissley has spotted one, is aware that there's at least one more player towards backside. Will take him down. Surely has heard the steps towards Hut. Only 7 bullets in the mag. And all it takes, a headshot. And he finds it. Extinct goes down, and ToxicWorld, they find 3 rounds here, and Kissley finding 3 kills with the MAC-10 as well. Found some in the previous with the MAC-10, so that's why Kissley is on such high money. Straight away, Artists bringing the AWP out as expected. Don't want to take any risks or liberties in this one, and rightly so. Completely unnecessary for them to do that. Just bring out the AWP, bring out your premium weapon, give yourself the best opportunity to win the round. First real full buy for EKO, though obviously, as mentioned before, slight limitations on Artists regarding utility. We don't have a kit and play, in fact, on the CTs, so I wonder whether that will have any implications on this round. They're clearly very confident in their sight hold, though. But a nice start from ToxicWorld, especially, as mentioned, they are the team that really need to win this one. Gizmy, though, finding Neo Life. Great find from Kissley. Blinding both Tadpole and himself with that flash. Gizmy will be able to find one more. Looking for his 3rd, and this round is successful. Zorizon has retrieved the AWP the Artist was wielding previously. Posted up towards the vent. It's going to be such a sketchy angle. 3 versus 2, though. Oh, and it's gone very wrong here for ToxicWorld. Zorizon, all that remains. AWP in hand, 14 HP. Oh, that's a lovely shot, though. Gizmy getting taken down here, but surely Giraffe will be able to find him. It's all about timing here. Giraffe clambers his way up the ladder towards heaven, but the bomb obviously still dropped here. Zorizon taking his time, playing this one slow. Might not even opt to go for it. So it's going to be a tough 1 versus 2. Drop the smoke. Giving away his position, though. Giraffe going to be rotating in. Extinct in a nice position here. Giraffe doesn't even need to peek. Extinct has this one. And EKO, they take their 1st round on the board. A necessary one as well. But obviously the money for EKO not going to be perfect. And seeing as ToxicWorld won those last 3 rounds fairly dominantly, they've got a lot of money in the reserve. We can see a full buy out for ToxicWorld once again. And as seen in the last, we once again do have some slight utility limitations for this EKO side. Bit of damage dealt to Gizmy. It will be Giraffe defending here towards Ram. Gets the dink. Is just going to try and back away here. And rightly so. We have 3 players aggressing down towards Ram. We've already got the 3 players on B. Artist, Giraffe and Gizmy already posted up down towards B. Could be this Heaven Wrap, though. And Extinct needs to be aware of this. We'll find one. Got the information. They've still got man advantage. But Tadpole completely alone here on the backside. The bomb's dropped into the A bomb site, though. Kind of forcing the hand of this ToxicWorld side. Gizmy now rotating where Tadpole fell. Oh, Zorizon finding one though. They're aware of both of these players' positions, and Neolife does get taken down. Another 1 versus 2 hit for Zorizon, and Gizmy is well aware of his position, his intentions, and Gizmy, a great round there. EKO, they double down, they string these rounds together. This could in fact allow them to level things up, as it could just be an eco or a half buy here from this ToxicWorld side. Ooh, the timing's perfect there for Zorizon, aggressing out. Tadpole able to find 2 with the MP9, will fall to S7's Molotov. S7 dropping down now with the Glock in play. Ooh, not being quiet about his intentions. It's just Artist on the AWP now. Although S7's very low, does have somewhat of a chance. The bomb is dropped. Artist is hearing all of these steps here, completely aware of S7's position. Artist wielding the CZ here. Surely ToxicWorld can't win this round. Yeah, it's been spotted. I like this play from S7 though. Once again going back towards outside. Molotov in fact misses. S7 could be aware of that and in fact could go back up towards heaven. And it might completely fool Artist. S7 will make his way back up towards heaven, but Artist has so many question marks as to where this final player resides. Obviously worried about the double back into lobby. He has got the bomb on his side. And Artist does take him down. He got dinked down to 33 HP. That could have got very dicey there for EKO. But a great round for ToxicWorld, seeing as they hardly invested in that one. You've got to imagine that ToxicWorld are going to be happy with the result of that. Ooh, nice from Artist there. Takes down Zelot. Ooh, Extinct, finding Kisley. Very clean and clinical round there from EKO. Definitely going to be happy with that one. Zelot already down towards B. Has spotted Artist. He's trapped in this corner though. Oh, that is near perfect for Zelot, but does in fact find the frag, but very dicey there. Oh, and somehow the pistols are doing it again. ToxicWorld, they look great. Here's Horizon, able to find one. It's all on Extinct, and oh, that is a lovely triple. Gizmy to get a double as well. 2 versus 5, I believe there. And EKO certainly going to be thanking both Gizmy and Extinct in that round, because without them, it would have been very dire. EKO, time and time again, it seems as though they're constantly in these important clutches, even in rounds where they should be winning them dominantly. The gun rounds seem to be the ones where EKO aren't struggling at all, whereas when they're opposed, when they're against these ecos, that's when struggles really do show. Artist already down secret. Posted up here. Nice flash into main. They're going to be splitting through A here. The bomb is outside lobby, in fact, so even if they decide to take this control, someone is going to have to return back. Oh, this player in main could get caught out. Gizmy able to find one. Oh, Horizon's been spotted, but Gizmy doubled down. Gizmy has certainly been the top player here for this EKO side. 14-6 here on the CT side of Nuke. Extinct as well, playing absolutely amazingly. And EKO, time and time again, they need these two players to step up. It seems as though both Giraffe, Tadpole, and Artist are having a troublesome game so far, but when Gizmy is alive, doesn't really matter. Gizmy's done so much work here, but Giraffe could get caught off. I love this trigger discipline play. S7 playing this one very nicely, but as his teammate falls, he has to pull that trigger there. But as I mentioned, Gizmy's still alive, so the round is still very much doable for this EKO side. Obviously, 2 versus 1 now. Get yourself a player like Gizmy. Can save the AWP as well for Artist. But once again, another round that EKO have won, but with only a couple players surviving. Out of their last 6 round wins in a row, 5 of them have only been won with 2 or less players alive. Just going to show that it's consistent reinvestment from this EKO side. Look how little money they have in the bank. Even after winning 5 out of 6 rounds, it just goes to show that, you know, EKO really are needing these players to kind of clutch up and step up in these important situations. 2 players already down towards secret. Extinct has rotated down as himself. Let's get another smoke towards Squeaky. Oh, one player's pushed through, in fact. Extinct didn't get perfect timing there. I see a boost come through. Ooh, Extinct going to be tested here. Spots the first, but can't find the second. Nice trade from Neolife. Keeps this in the 4 versus 4 situation. We already have Giraffe down towards B. If there was a round where Giraffe needs to step up, it would be this one. He's currently 2-7. Really isn't having the best game so far, but Gizmy able to find another. Horizon falls. But it's just going to be this B-pop now. Giraffe playing anti-flash. The smoke goes down, but Giraffe gets a lovely double. And Tadpole will find Kisley as well. And EKO, they find 7 here. This is exactly what I was saying. ToxicWorld, they found the 3 rounds on the pistol, or, you know, off the back of the pistol, but they haven't found anything since. It just goes to show how, you know, dominant this CT side is, and also how dominant EKO have been looking on it. But you've got to imagine, ToxicWorld, they only need a couple more rounds to close this one out, and the money for EKO isn't looking great either. So you've got to imagine, ToxicWorld, they find a round, they could force EKO onto a weak bite. Slight gap in that smoke, but Zealot sees it as well. Gizmy getting flashed in, 2 players blind. He's able to get a double, but Zealot with the trade. 3 versus 3 now. But both Gizmy and Extinct have been taken down, the 2 top performers for this EKO side. But as Horizon finds Giraffe, Artists will find a kill of his own. That is a lovely shot there from Artists to take down Zealot. It is just Horizon. Another clutch for this player to try and win. But the bomb is towards outside. Does Bring it to a 1v1. He's got a lot of time to play with here. It's all on Tadpole, and somehow, even with the unfortunate timing on his movement, he still finds the frag. No warp save, though. But once again, another round that EKO finds success with very minimal players surviving. Obviously, just Tadpole in that last one. It was ridiculous. I can't believe Tadpole didn't find that kill. He was primed to take it. Nice double from Extinct. Artist finds one Gizmy as well. Similarly takes down Kisley, and Giraffe in the back lines will find S7. And that round is wonderful for EKO's economy. They've really been struggling in the money department, but that round win, keeping 4 players alive, will allow them to get a buy, and then actually maybe not. In fact, a lot of util's been reinvested here. Artist, Giraffe, and Extinct might be able to get a buy, but Gizmy and Tadpole certainly would struggle, especially just with the 1.4k loss bonus. It's going to be this aggression out towards A. A lot of flashes being thrown. Lots of damage dealt there to Zorizon. We do already have a player out towards Squeaky. Might try and trickle his way down the vents. Neolife tasked with finding this player towards ramp. The Molotov forcing him forward, but the flash is good. Giraffe destined to find the frag. Takes down Neolife and now can just back away. As mentioned, though, Zorizon has crept his way down the vents. We do have Artist rotating in as well. Giraffe might push through this now. In fact, did just opt for the AK. Outside smokes have been thrown. Extinct completely walled off. Denied vision here. There's a slight gap for Gizmy to work with, though. They are just playing close to the smokes. Oh, the tag. Very nice here, but they stayed shifted. Artist tasked with finding Zorizon towards control. Nice find there. Information gathered that B surely will be the intent for this ToxicWorld side. Artist going to be clambering through the windows as well. Gotten himself in a nice position. Tadpole's rotated in as well. An Artist sees the gun barrel. Finds the frag. There's a second player here as well. An Artist is ready. Gets the double. 3 in this round so far. And there's the 4th. A great round from Artist. Stepping up massively in that one. And although we saw Zorizon get down towards the vent so early on in that round, really struggled to find anything. Obviously, didn't want to send himself out towards the B site because he needed his team to get down secret first. And he was kind of left alone there. The only pressure he was found was when Artist was just kind of posted up on the angle. It seemed as though Zorizon was in a wonderful position to create some pressure, but just played it a little too slow. Zelot certainly not taking things slow here, as he's already very aggressive towards outside. Extinct tasked with finding Zelot here. A little bit of damage, but Zelot finds the frag. Kisley aggressing towards Heart. Takes down Tadpole. And this is just a half buy here. ToxicWorld, they are looking brilliant. It's on Gizmy, Giraffe, and Artist in this 3 versus 5 to try and close it out. But Zorizon finds one. We do have this Heaven flank as well, but that is an important frag from Artist. They might just save in this one now. So they might save. They seemingly are going for this one. Giraffe able to get one. Artist surely not going to go for this one. Oh, what a shot there, mate. Now, Artist with the second as well. Does get taken down by S7. That was absolutely ridiculous. Artist had somewhat of a slow start into this game, but the last couple rounds definitely come alive in this one. That second shot, absolutely amazing. Final round of the half. Realistically, ToxicWorld, they really need to take this one. An 11-4 scoreline, potentially too far gone. Especially, you've got to imagine, they won the pistol round. They won the first 3 rounds of the game, and they've only been able to find one. I love that aggression from Artist, though. Aggressing towards Heart. Does get caught out, but Tadpole with the trade. Tadpole needs to double down here. The only player with a sight line onto the A-bomb site is the smoke towards main, denying vision of these 2 defenders. Tadpole now going to be swinging out. I love this aggression. Gets the trade. S7 falls. A lot of damage onto Neolife as well. And it's Giraffe and Gizmy in this 2 versus 2 now. The HP exactly the same on both sides. Giraffe finds Z-Lot. It's Neolife, the 8 HP player, to win out this 1 versus 2. Gets the first, though. That is Gizmy who falls. Just going to drop down the vent. The bomb is towards Hut here. Neolife going to go up towards Secret, but Giraffe is well aware of Neolife's intentions. He spots him. And I like that from Giraffe. I feel like a lot of players in that situation would just instantly, as they see the player, go for the shot, but he didn't know the HP. It was unconfirmed damage, so just went for that headshot. Played cautiously. And very nice hit. But EKO, they were 11-4 up here. Even after losing the pistol. ToxicWorld, they were only able to find 1 round on their T side when it came to EKO's full buys. And they did it with the pistols. They didn't even do it with a full investment. And it's sad to see because ToxicWorld, they had a brilliant start. Taking the pistol away from EKO. And then we saw, you know, the 3 rounds, or the 2 rounds after. But I expected so much more from ToxicWorld. Especially because a lot of the rounds that EKO found success in, there was only a couple players surviving. There was 4 1v1s. There was in fact 6 1v1s in the game, but 4 of them were won by EKO. Clearly EKO a little bit more confident in the clutches. They definitely found a little bit more success in those clutches as well. But EKO now there on the pistol round, and realistically, they're on the T side, sorry, but realistically, ToxicWorld, they have to win out this pistol. If ToxicWorld don't find success here, I feel like it's safe to say this one is already over. Passive play style here from the T's. They've got the information of that player top heart. Kisley, though, getting aggressive here. Oh, everything could go wrong. Kisley waiting for the player to rotate in. Horizon finds one. Kisley in the back lines does take down Artist, and oh, Kisley gets a double. Neolife's going to be aggressing through the main smoke as well. Gets caught out, though, and it's all on Giraffe. 1 versus 3. Drops down the vents. Really going to struggle in this round. Ooh, but he gets himself towards vent. That nade could do a lot of damage. We've got a player rotating down towards ramp. Oh, this plant isn't even safe. Giraffe, 46 HP here. Has got himself towards single door. Z-Lot, though, well aware. And finds the frag. And ToxicWorld, a necessary pistol round for them to be the victors. Without it, they certainly would struggle in this one. But Kisley did so much work there for that ToxicWorld side. Without Kisley, that would have been a real struggle. Getting in the back lines, finding one, getting a second on the bomb site. Just absolutely ridiculous plays there on the pistol. But I love this. Straight away, Giraffe dropping over the AK to Tadpole. Extinct's done the same as well. A little bit late on this buy, but they are finally out of spawn. But I like this. It's the type of play I always agree with, and something that I'd always go for. I think, you know, get 2 players on Deagles. Yes, they have no armor, but you can just send them in as the entries. And then you've got Gizmy. Then you've got Tadpole going for those trades with the rifles. I think it's a route that, you know, you can win. I think if you have everyone on Galils and Mac 10s, it's just not strong enough. I think the Deagle ability of these players as well is so strong. You really can't count them out. But that is a great find from Artist. Horizon takes down Tadpole through the smoke. That is one of the AKs, in fact. Extinct has retrieved it. We'll just be spamming through the smoke. But Kisley takes down Gizmy and Artist with the trade. Horizon drops down the vents and finds Giraffe. I was waiting for that to happen. Neolife on the backside of A here, holding towards main. Both of the T's now down in secret. Surely weapons need to be switched here. Yeah, exactly. Artist has retrieved the AK here. Extinct still not going in first. They're going to try and go up towards A. In fact, they are just clearing out all of secret, all of the B area. No one is actually defending the B bomb site. As Extinct breaks this door. Just going to get that bombed out. 2 players coming from ramp now. But Artist with a lot of work to do in this round. Extinct solo HP with a scout and a deagle. Surely going to struggle. Tags down the first, and Artist just going to close the door and rotate round towards double doors. Obviously, that's where the bomb is planted for. It's going to be a 10-second defuse here, but it's just the tap of the bomb. Oh, now it's the stick. Oh, but Neolife very quick there. And ToxicWorld, they take the round. Couple casualties for them, but weapons can be dropped over. Half buy out for EKO. Obviously, the bomb plant allowing them to get some deagles. And obviously, the scout of Artist in this one. Oh, Zealot swing. The timing's perfect. Takes down Gizmy. Artist 25 HP as well. And oh, Zealot able to find another. Looking for his third, but runs out of ammo. Dropped down to 24 HP here. Will just drop the smoke to keep himself alive, but still finds Extinct. Kistly takes down Giraffe. It's all on Artist now. 25 HP. Surely going to fall here. Does get taken down. 4K from Zealot there. Full buy now out for EKO, though. No real limitations. Obviously, we don't have Artists on the AWP, but AK's in all of their hands and a lot of utility on the belt as well. Nice find from Artist there. Taking down S7. Extinct could find this frag outside. Zealot will fall. A great start of the round here for EKO. They need to keep this one going. And although Artist falls, Tadpole, he engages here. Zorizon has been spotted. Oh no, he hasn't in fact. Runs out of bullets. That is an absolute blunder for Zorizon. That gunfight going to be living in his head rent-free for the rest of this one. Because he was destined to find that frag. Tadpole didn't have a single clue. And that is so unfortunate. And EKO, once again, the first gun round that they have in the half, they do find success. Just been told that S7 is actually pronounced stone or stown from one of the kind viewers in the chat. So thank you, thank you. Great find from Artist though onto stone. Gives me now. Posted up towards ramp. We've got so many players coming up secret and instinctive. He doesn't go checked. Oh, he does find one. I doubt he's expecting any more here. Could we see a knife kill? No, Zealot doesn't want to take the chance, and rightly so. Does take him down though. Man advantage still here for EKO. We've got a player on top of Hut. Oh, and Giraffe perfectly timed. Finds the first and the second, and Tadpole finding Neolife. It's just going to have to be an eco here for ToxicWorld, and EKO, they're going to find 14 here. And once again, ToxicWorld, they won both pistol rounds here, and somehow they're in such a hefty deficit. They're 6 rounds behind their opponents. You've got to imagine, without the pistol rounds, where would this ToxicWorld side even be? The game could already be over. Aggression here from Giraffe. Oh, we've already got a player down the vent, but Zealot does take down Giraffe. Nice find from Tadpole though. Does take down Zealot. Unfortunate there for Tadpole. Potentially just too many targets there. Did find one before going down, but 3 versus 3 now. An Artist. Oh, somehow didn't hit that shot. These players could line up here. And Kisley and Stowen both finding a killer piece. It's all on Extinct now. Spots the first. Does have a nade. Send it out. Oh, and that's a perfect nade. Drops him down to 1 HP. But Kisley in a perfect position here. And ToxicWorld, they find the round. That was a full eco. The only thing invested was just the lonesome Deagle. Kisley able to find Giraffe. This is the full investment here from EKO. We've got 3 AKs in play and Artist is on attack. Kisley going 2 for 1 there. Oh, nice find from Stowen. All on Artist now. 1 versus 4. The bomb has been planted, but they are aware of his location. We'll drop the Molotov. Oh, it doesn't even matter. Horizon will find him. ToxicWorld, they finally string some rounds together. Necessarily as well. As EKO are 3 rounds away from closing this one out. Horizon has spotted Giraffe, able to find the frag. Oh, there's a lot of players aggressing though. But Neolife is ready. Artist 1 versus 3 now, and Neolife with the USB takes him down. And ToxicWorld, they're 3 rounds away now. It's interesting because this game is very close. But if you get rid of the pistol rounds, it doesn't look that close at all. ToxicWorld, they've only found 4 rounds outside of kind of the pistol success. EKO, they found 13. It'd be absolutely devastating for EKO to lose this one, especially because they have looked as though they are the dominant factor. But look at this. This round looks perfect. They find these 2 opening picks, but Neolife goes hunting, wants to bring it back to a level playing field. And he's done half of the job. Neolife. Oh, was not aware that Tadpole would be out. 4 versus 2 now. And oh, are we going to see a knife kill? No. Oh, I want to see one so bad. We've so many opportunities. EKO, they find 14 here. The money for ToxicWorld will be absolutely depleted after this one. Obviously, S7 needs to drop to Horizon. But if EKO win this one, it could be all over. It could be all said and done. Loss bonus really not perfect for ToxicWorld either. An Artist sending out the smoke. Gonna be leaning towards lobby here. They are just leaving Extinct and Gizmy towards outside. Artist as well, in fact. Oh, and that is so clinical. Just sees the tip of Stowen's cap and takes him down there. I was kind of calling out Gizmy and Extinct to be the heroes here, but once we've seen EKO on this T side, that's when Artists come alive. And I feel like the kind of the creative influence that Artist has is second to none here on this EKO side. So great at finding these opening picks and, you know, trying to weld the round to go in their favor. You know, that's how he's looked so dominant now. He's 23 and 17. There was a point in the game where he was very low on the scoreboard. And it's interesting because you'd usually expect an AWPer to be looking more dominant on the CT side, but it's clear to see that Artist, with that freedom on the T side, really steps up. Extinct will fall though. Was low HPs, not the biggest of problems, but has brought it to this 3v3, and also Extinct was in a great position there. Flashes towards ramp though. Neolife will find one. Tadpole tasked with taking him down is successful. 2 versus 2 now. Tadpole with a lot of utility to work with. Kisley going to be rotating up towards Heaven. The molly, in fact, misses. That is unfortunate. Tadpole still holding towards Heaven. Oh, and 1-for-1 trade now. All on Horizon. He's crept his way out of the vents. The smoke should allow Tadpole to cross. But with it, Horizon will know exactly where Tadpole is. Tap of the bomb. Oh, and Tadpole, he's not falling for it. Not yet. Oh, and Tadpole plays it to perfection. EKO, they find 15. And as I mentioned, the money for ToxicWorld, absolutely dire. We're going to be seeing MP9s, Deagles, Scouts. It's really not going to be great whatsoever. Do see a hero M4 on Neolife, but hardly any util on this side, and no kit as well. But EKO, surely they're going to close this one out. They're destined to find this one. Oh, I love this lobby aggression, though. Neolife, in fact, gets a team kill, takes down Zelot. So although we see 2 kills going the way of the CTs, it really doesn't work that way. Oh, and this is where things can be very much troublesome. Man advantage here for EKO. Kisley with a 5-7. Dodges the flashbang. Needs to find some kills here, but he gets taken down. Oh, and Giraffe's looking for more. Oh, and Extinct, in fact, finds the kill. It's all on his Horizon. He's already down towards the B-bomb site here, but it's going to be so tough. He finds the first. He gets a spam on the second. Horizon somehow gets a double in this one. And it's all on Artist and Giraffe. Of here. Artist tasked with finding this kill, and it makes it easy. Absolutely simple there from Artist. Artist did so much work in that one. I feel like, especially on the T side, really was the hero for this side. But obviously an absolutely amazing game. EKO are going to be very happy with their success, and they will go 2-1 now. ToxicWorld, they're currently 1-4. Certainly not a perfect scoreline for them, but obviously we will be having our second game in, you know, very shortly. It is 1pin versus Incilio, so I should be starting in about 10 minutes or so. But what a crazy game there. EKO, they looked absolutely brilliant. And seeing as ToxicWorld won both the pistols and the force buys, you know, you strip those 6 rounds away, and it was a 16-4 scoreline. It could have even ended you know, quicker if we saw EKO find one of the pistols. But either way, a great round there or great map there from EKO. They're certainly going to be happy with that. But yeah, as I mentioned, about a 5-10 minute break before we go into that next game. Hello there, guys. How are you all doing today? We are going to be going into the second matchup here. Obviously, One Pin versus Incilio here. Both of these teams have played 5 matches so far. Obviously, this is their 6th game of the season, so we are getting into the closing stages for both of these sides. One Pin, though, they have had somewhat of a better start of their season in comparison to Incilio, but both teams are doing really well so far. Obviously, One Pin, they are 4-1, whereas Incilio 3-2. So, obviously, the result of this game important for both of these sides, as it could definitely dictate which of these two teams can guarantee playoffs. I believe if One Pin do find success in this one, it could be safe to say that their playoff spot is guaranteed. Obviously, it will progress into that 5-1 stage, and realistically, that's a very successful start of the season. Obviously, One Pin starting on this T side here, losing the knife round. Flashes over towards B. The Molotov will force this player back. Oh, the nade doing a lot of damage onto Leaf. They might just progress towards A here, especially after not finding a pick on B. Zulu tasked with finding this frag here, though. Oh, has spotted one player. There are 3 defenders here towards B now. It is going to be tough. Oh, and Chris 7 now aggressing, able to find Castle. They are aware. Oh, Chris 7, if he finds this frag, so aware, done so much work. Could, in fact, find the 3rd, but no, Leaf steals it away, and it's all on Dadta. Does have the kit, but surely going to lose his life. And Chris 7 doing so much work in that round. 3-0 now. Getting a triple on that pistol there. It seemed as though it were destined to fall to the player in the flank. One Pin, a great start here from them here. Taking the pistol. We do see the force from Incilio. 2 MP9s, 2 Deagles, and a CZ in play. 4 Galils and the UMP on the One Pin side. A lot of aggression towards ramp early on. Castle just going to drop the deep smoke here. Somewhat of a gamble towards A. Do have these 4 defenders, in fact. But it is, in fact, going to be this B here. Xanta, the lone defender here towards B. Tasked with looking both towards middle and the B bomb site. We are going to be seeing Chris 7 aggressing. Xanta has been blinded. Oh, still on the backside, though. Able to find one. Looking for the second. We'll just drop the smoke on the molly. Xanta, in fact, will fall to the flames. It goes to this 4 versus 4 now. A lot of smoke still remaining for this One Pin side. Incilio, they could, in fact, just save in this one. Obviously, they're going to have somewhat of a real good try at this, but without a kit, it is going to be tough. Castle is in the backlines. They could just be playing for exits here. Incilio going to want to wield these weapons in the next. The Galils can be saved. Emphasis on can, though, as we do have a lot of players waiting for these exits. Zigazagger getting somewhat inquisitive here. I think there'll be somewhat of a rush here towards the defenders. The aggression will come through, but Incilio, they don't decide to bite the bullet. They just keep these weapons in the next. Xanta can, in fact, just invest in a Deagle, and we're going to buy in the next. But One Pin, they've started things off very nicely here on Vertigo. Early U-tilt towards a ramp. Potentially Incilio are going to be trying to take this ramp control early. We see the flash being dropped, and Dadza pushes in front of it. Oh, but Azuru spotted him. Can't double down, though, as Pip will get the trade. 32 HP, though. Could, in fact, fall back, but Pip's hungry for more. Oh, and he gets the trade onto Docs. Pip, the trade king in this round. 3 versus 3, though. Only a smoke and a flash for Incilio regarding utility, whereas One Pin, they've got a lot to work with here. They are still going to be leaning towards this A ramp position. Incilio taking somewhat of a gamble here towards B. They've got 2 players in middle, and Xanta just tucked away in quad. Util will be sent here from the One Pin side, though. They don't want to take any risks. Obviously, this will indicate their whereabouts, though. They've got a lot of util to execute the bomb site, and it is going to be tough here for the Incilio side. Obviously, Incilio, they're going to be getting a full bite in the next regardless. So they might just decide to send bodies at this one. Try and get rid of as many weapons on this One Pin side as possible. A secondary smoke will be dropped. This should allow Leaf to cross back. Xanta setting up the flash. Will in fact drop the smoke onto the default position. Now the flashbang comes through. Sending the 2 MP9s in. In fact, it is Pip. Hasn't retrieved the MP9. Xanta down to 44. They've got time to work with here, but the bomb has to get sucked now. They don't have a kit. Xanta finds one, but there's no time. It doesn't even matter if they find these frags. Chris70 knows there's no one on the bomb. Doesn't need to re-aggress, but he's hungry for more. Might get taken down by Pip, but just gets himself out of harm's way. And 1 pin. They find 3 rounds off the back of that pistol. They're going to be wielding these 2 Galils in the next, but obviously, as mentioned, it is going to be this 4x4 in Cilio. Not the perfect weaponry for the 1 pin side. Slight limitations on both Shine and Chris with the Galils in play, but I feel like the Galils certainly can make things work in this one. Ooh, nice little bit of spam there. It seemed perfect. He opted to slow off the trigger. Xanta towards white box here. Has spotted Chris7. Takes him down as well. Unnecessary aggression there from the T's. They lose a player, and Azulu has been chipped down as well. In Cilio, this is really going to be their best opportunity to take the round here. But they can't be the ones to take any liberties now. They really can't be peeking, taking any aggression. Oh, I say that. It works out to perfection. Zigazagger sending Xanta in. And Dox falls as well. Shine needs to try and find this pick here. Perfect crosshair placement. Eliminates Xanta. Still a disadvantaged situation for 1 pin, but they brought it back slightly closer now. 1 pin are going to be leaning towards the B bomb site here. We do have these 2 defenders. They have in fact opted against it. Sending it up towards A. A lot of util being sent to Zuru, peeking behind the Molotov, and oh, should have found that frag. Has done a fair bit of damage, but it is Pip to elevate himself above headshot. Dies to the nade, so still disadvantage here for 1 pin, but nice find from Leaf. 1 versus 2 now for Leaf. 17 seconds to work with here. He has to go towards A. Doesn't have enough time to rotate in, but he needs to find these frags. Surely just going to tap on the bomb. These players will swing. Oh, and Leaf finds the first, searching for the second, but Zigazagger. They weren't aware of the elevator position, and in Cilio, they find their first round here. Obviously, we can see a full bite out for 1 pin. An AWP could be dropped from Shine. It will, in fact, just drop an AK. But the fact Cilio didn't win that round convincingly, look at the buy they have to work with in this one. They've got 2 prime rifles, the 2 FAMASs, and an MP9 on Pip. Whereas we've got 4 rifles in play for 1 pin and the Tech 9 on Azulu. Somehow that molly landed in the scaffolding. Quite unfortunate there. Azulu has made his position known with the jump. So that is the information gathered. 1 pin, they've got 3 players towards B, and also that lurk towards middle in Leaf. Xanta, lovely positioning there. Takes down Zox. Oh, but the flash isn't good enough. And Azulu still tucked in here. Could find this frag. Takes down Pip. Searching for the second. Has spotted him, in fact, but will just fall back. No need to take the aggression yet. Waiting for the cavalry to arrive. This will allow Castle to fall back now. And then the swing comes through. Takes down Shine. That is the bomb carrier. 3 versus 3 now, but Chris7, very low HP. Surely just going to be sent in as this entry. Leaf slowly creeping his way out middle. Tasked with finding Zigazagger here towards Guardian. We do see Chris7 aggressing as well. It's all about timing here. Zigazagger, easy pick there. Oh, he takes down Leaf as well. Just a Zulu that remains. The Molotov will come through. Holding for the swing through it, but the smoke makes things difficult here. Tap of the bomb has been heard. All players towards CT. Izuru finds the first. Worried about the flank, but this is going to be so tough for Izuru. She's going to have to stick the bomb. We're surely going to get taken down here, and Dadta on the swing will find him in Cilio. They string these rounds together. Once again, not one so convincingly, But the money for one pin really won't allow them to get a buyout. So Incilio, they can level things up here now. Early smoke from Zigga Obviously, just the Glocks for one pin. Potentially could just play this one slowly and try and deplete as much utility from this Incilio side as possible. Obviously, their main goal will be that bomb plant, but it's going to be so tough. Xanta has made his position known. Will drop the Molotov. They are very much aware of Xanta's intentions. Still playing out in the open here, searching for this opening pick. But one pin, they've done a great job to use a lot of this util on the Incilio side. Castle has spotted one though, will elevate himself up onto the walkway. But still, no kill found here. We've had a minute of play. And only 7 damage onto Azulu. Xanta and Zigga tasked with finding these frags, but so much success there from the two CTs as they both combined to take down all 5 of the one-pin players there. Incilio, they've leveled things up. Will be another full buy here for one pin. Things were working very well for one pin when they were taking that early aggression, so I think they're going to try and replicate their previous success, and that's exactly what Chris is doing in this one. Already taken control towards B. It will be Azulu to try and find this pick here. The flash is perfect. Shine sets up Azulu for success, and that's the opening pick going the way of one pin. Zigga towards middle here. Going to try and find this pick. Just playing behind the sandbags. Doesn't want to get taken down by the boost, and rightly so. They are going to be aggressing now. It will be Dox to try and take that opening pick towards middle, but the rotation from Zigga has given them somewhat of a gap to work with here. We could be seeing a B split through middle. Oh, but look at the gamble from Incilio. Got 2 players already rotating towards B. Oh, but they've spotted him behind the smoke. Chris will take him down. The rotations, as mentioned before, will be very quick, though. Dox getting so fast in the back lines, able to find one and the second. A lovely double there from Dox, and it just leaves Dadta in the 1 versus 3. Does have a lot of utility, the kit as well, but surely not even going to attempt this. Potentially just going to want to keep the rifle in the next. Obviously, they can invest if Dadta survives. Certainly will be the main goal, but Dadta still getting somewhat inquisitive. Will just be backing away towards middle. Potentially going to be looking for a pick before the save. Has retrieved an AK here, but one pin. They once again take the lead here. Weapons can be dropped as well. Yeah, as I mentioned, we can see a full buy out for Incilio, and I wonder, are we going to see the first AWP of the game here? Xanta could drop one over. That's exactly what happens. Castle going to be wielding the AWP in this one. No AWP for one pin, though. Incilio, the first real full buy of the game for both sides. We do see the AWP in play. I feel like potentially Incilio, their best way to shatter this one pin attack will be Castle on the AWP. Zulu going to be aggressing with Shine's flash once again. Has forced this player back. Zulu just staring under the smoke. Just tags him down. Oh, he's heard the jump now. Fully aware of this player trapped. There's really not much he can do. Pip stuck between a rock and a hard place there. Xanta going to be aggressing towards B main though. Could find this pick here. Takes down Chris 7. As we see the aggression come through from one pin towards A, and Incilio are also taking aggression towards B. And either side finds success, and that's what's leaving us in this 4v4 situation. Oh, I love the aggression from Leaf. Only able to find one, though, as Zigga gets the trade. So much chip damage dealt to this one-pin side, but Azulu, very much aware of Zigga, dodges the flash, but still gets taken down by Dadta. Dox with a trade. 1 versus 2 now for Xanta. Elevates himself onto this headshot position. I don't think they're fully aware of him. We do have a player directly underneath. Has just dropped off silently. Dox going to be planting the bomb here. Very limited health on both of these one-pin players, but it doesn't matter. Shine will find the frag. Dox has saved the AWP. And we needed to see more from Castle there. Especially when bringing out the big green. When kind of being gifted the perfect weapon for you. We have to see more. But now Shine wielding the AWP. Hopefully going to have more impact with it than we saw from Castle. Early smoke here towards B. Oh, and there it is. Instantly getting his impact with the AWP. Oh, Dadta playing behind this wall with a Zeus. Just going to have to back away, though, as the Molotov lands. I like this aggression from one pin. They find the pick, and they just keep on hunting. Dox has just been gifted a Zeus there. I wonder whether he'll even try and use it. But one pin, they should be able to find 6 here. Tilio, they're kind of looking for it, but it's just Castle that remains. Deagle, no armor. 5 players alive here for one pin. I wonder whether we'll see Chris 7 upgrade that Mac 10 in the next. Leaf surely going to find this player, though. He's out in the open, completely isolated. And one pin, they take the round. As I mentioned before, no casualties, so their money's going to be looking absolutely amazing. But I wonder, are we going to see an upgrade from Chris 7, or are we just going to be seeing the aggression with the Mac 10? Santa just backing away, shifting it back. Playing this one rather passively. We're seeing the boost here. Leaf is going to elevate himself up, and oh, the timing is exquisite. Takes down Xanta, and one pin. They've had so many creative ways to find these opening picks. And I feel like that is the real difference between these two sides. I feel like in Cilio, they're finding picks here and there early on. But I feel like one pin, we see it towards Gap with both Shine and Azuru. You know, using their utility, sending Azuru in with the flash. We've seen it there with the boost. And I feel like there really is a creative difference between these two sides. And Azuru taking down Castle here. This is a full buy from the Sicilio side. And one pin, they're making a mockery of their opponents. Oh, and once again, Dadta absolutely caught out by Dox's aggression. And it is just Zigazagger that remains. Surely just going to try and keep this M4 in the next. Surely going to struggle. I feel like we can see somewhat of a hunt from this one pin side. Both Azuru and Dox are aggressing. But I feel like as well, you can see on the scoreboard alone the difference between these two sides. You know, Zigazagger, Xanta, both around that 10 kill mark, whereas Castle, Pip, and Data really struggling. Whereas one pin, they've all, you know, all their players are playing exceptionally well. You know, their lowest kills being 6 and their highest being 8. It just goes to show that there is kind of less of a difference between the individuals, and it's a whole unit that are stepping up. And that really kind of shows the difference between these two sides, and potentially it's what's given one pin their success. Obviously, I feel like this is somewhat of a bad day at the office for, you know, Castle, Pip, Data. I feel like we've seen in previous games them show absolute dominance, but I feel like you can't take that away from one pin success. They have looked really nice so far on the T side, and it's come from the team play. It's come from individuals, you know, kind of setting one another up for success, and I feel like we're not seeing that on the Encilio side. We're just seeing individuals going for those opening picks and losing their lives, whereas for one pin, they really are kind of a well-oiled machine. They just work as a unit, and that's really what Encilio is struggling with. And look at the money that one pin have to work with. Shine around that 10k mark. Dox and Leaf got a lot of cash as well. The spam through the walls near perfect. Dad's surely going to fall to Dox, but he is aggressing. Able to find the first, but as mentioned, Dox does get the trade. 4 versus 3 now. Leaf will be planting in the safe cubby, but you can see the bullet traces there. You know it's not so safe. And look at that. Zigazagger taking him down. 3 versus 3 now. Encilio do have somewhat of a chance here. We do have the Molotov on Shine and no smoke to deploy it. So Santa has retrieved an AK, just the tap of the bomb. Jiggle from Sandbags. The flash will come over. With a 10-second stick needed, we needed to see someone get on the bomb. And look at that. Chris7 finding a double. Shine finally emerging from the Sandbags. And 1pin, they've taken the half here. Obviously was just a half buy in the last from Incilio, so I've got a full buy in this one. We do see Castle on the AWP, and I feel like if there were around for him to step up, it should be this one. A lot of aggression here towards B. We do have these two defenders. Zigazagger finds the first, searching for the second, doesn't find success, and Dox, even in the flames, even while bullets are whizzing past him, still able to find the frag. Man advantage here now for Incilio, and they certainly can't squander this opportunity. As losing this round should allow 1pin to find double digits. Castle, a guaranteed kill onto Leaf. Zuru very deep here. They might not expect him so aggressive, and instantly 4v2's gone wrong here for Incilio. Spam will come through. Zigazagger. Oh, near perfect timing. Shine dropped down to 8 HP. The nade, though, from Azulu, it seemed perfect, but in fact, it took down his teammate. That is so unfortunate. Potentially didn't realize how low Shine, in fact, was, but Azulu finds the first. His sights are set on the bomb. We do see a smoke land there. He needs to peek beforehand, though. Once this player gets lost in the smoke, it could be tough for Azulu. Oh, but he's played it to perfection. The initial spam coming through. It doesn't find the success on the kill, so he knows it's a fake. And he finds the round anyway. A great clutch from Azulu, even after taking down his teammate with that nade. But as mentioned, this should be a guaranteed double digits for 1pin. They're going to be facing off against some weaker weapons here. Look at the money on Shine. Nearly at that 16k mark. Going to have to start dropping for his teammates. Leaf aware of this aggression. Oh, but he takes him down. Dadta imminently falls. Castle able to find one, though. Chris7 not going to be too happy with that aggression towards B. They are aware of this B attack, though. All of them rotating through middle. And this is where Dox somewhat of an opportunity to find a multitude of frags. We have got a second player by his side. But once again, we've already got Azulu very deep here towards A. They might not expect it. Two players slowly creeping towards gap, and Azulu finds the first. Still got himself tucked away here in the corner. Oh, both of them peek at the same time, and Azulu, perfect timing, perfect crosshair placement. All he needs to do is pull the trigger. Oh, and Azulu's done so much work in this round. He's found 3 so far. It's just Xanta that remains. He's got Deagle and an armor, but it doesn't really matter as Dox eliminates him. 1pin, they have looked absolutely amazing on the T side here of Vertigo. A map that I feel like a lot of teams would be preferring that CT side, and I feel like a lot of teams would also show somewhat more dominance here, but I feel like 1pin, the way they're playing this T side is really nice. They're getting players like Azulu, similarly with Chris7, they're getting them into deep positions and just not allowing them to lurk, but allowing them to take consistent pressure. Azulu just finding a multitude of frags there early on. It just allows the rest of the team to kind of set up for the kind of the end goal. But man advantage here, I say that as it is stripped away from Zigazagger. Leaf with the trade here. Both remaining players still towards the A-bomb site. And this is just as I said. Leaf is in such a deep position. It allows Shine to rotate in. The bomb can go down. And Incilio, what are they going to do here? They're going to save the 2 weapons in for the next. But realistically, it would just be giving their opponents 11 rounds for free. The situation that 1pin have put Incilio in is certainly not a nice one. And the miss molly from Dadta. Really not a fun way to start this retake. Oh, the flash will come through. Pip going to be swinging. Might be able to find this frag. Does take down Leaf. Oh, Shine, though, takes down his teammate. The Molotov will land towards the default site as Azulu sets it up. It kind of will take down Shine, but oh, it doesn't even matter. Azulu not even sending it out yet. It was just more precautionary. But 1pin, they find 11. And the money for Incilio leaves a lot to be desired. We can see 12 rounds found here on the T side for 1pin. And it seemed as though the initial stages of this game kind of replicated that ToxicWorld matchup. 1pin, they were the ones to find the pistol. Then the second it was the full buys for Incilio, they found success. But 1pin, they really put a muzzle on the CTs. They've silenced their aggression. They've really silenced the chances here for Incilio. Realistically, I feel like 1pin, they take this round. I feel like it's safe to say this game's already over. Obviously, comebacks can happen, but it will be tough. Leaf could get caught out here, but in fact, clinical headshot onto Dadta. Remains this 4 versus 4. Zulu finds Pip, and now Zigazaga swings. Could get a double hit. Does find success, and that's a great way to go from a disadvantage to an advantage situation here. Nade will come through. Tiny bit of chip damage onto Leaf. Ooh, Castle. Holding towards ladder here. Kind of forcing the hand of this 1pin side. There's nowhere else to go apart from the B-bomb site. If they go towards middle, they're met with Xanta. If A would be the play, it's Zigazaga residing there, but Shine going to get posted up with the AWP. And this could be absolutely perfect, the timing on this. Oh, he's fired off the AWP shot a little too quickly. And as mentioned before, Xanta towards the ladder. He is going to be very quick in the back lines. The rotations will come through as well. It is in fact Castle in the back lines, but that's a perfect flash. Leaf able to find Zigazaga, accompanied by Shine's flash, and Leaf could find another here. Oh, it's all going to be on Castle. He's in the back lines. Leaf could get caught off, but it's all about timing. Castle finds the first, but he gives away his position. And no kit in play on Castle. Oh, and the timing certainly not perfect here. Just going to be tapping the bomb. But he finds the frag. And they can take the round here. Incilio, they find for a necessary round for them to take. But I feel like it could be too far gone once again. Once again, you can clearly see the difference between the two sides just on the kills alone. We've got 3 players for Incilio who certainly are in the dark in this one. Really struggling. And obviously we've got Zigazaga and Xanta putting up some numbers, but it's not enough. It's not as though they're, you know, on 20 plus kills and, you know, they're just finding them, and that's the reason that their teammates can't, can't get any kills. It's just so dominant here. And 1pin, all players fragging absolutely massively here. And it's clear to see why they're 4-1 so far. Their season record has looked so strong, and it's just due to this performance. I feel like we definitely do have stars on this 1pin side, but it seems as though all players can put up numbers, and that's a really scary prospect. Yes, okay, when you're playing against 1pin, if there's a couple players who aren't fragging to their kind of normal and natural level, then you might have somewhat of a chance. When everyone's performing to their kind of tip top, it makes things very tough. One pin now have switched to that CT side here. And this is where things could go from bad to worse from this Incilio side. The pistol round, not a necessity. But without it, I feel like this game's over. It would give up 14 rounds. Incilio, if they want to bring this one back and close it out, they're going to have to take it. Leaf peeking towards middle, a lot of information, needs to dodge the flash, but could get caught off here. Oh, but is being held by Shine. Oh, his hero, his saving grace there. Leaf certainly going to be praising Shine. The only reason he's still alive in this round is because of that one player. And Pip now aggressing towards CT. He's found 2 so far. The kit has been dropped. The bomb, though, under the control of 1pin. Love this setup. They are so aware of the CT aggression. And Azuu, an easy shot there, takes down Pip, and it's all on Xanta now. Swings out, has spotted one, but he also has been spotted himself. Will be dancing back towards elevator, and this could be perfect. Finds the first. Has got armor as well to wield this P250 with, but this double connector setup could be perfect. Steps have been made. Ooh, Xanta has retrieved the bomb, but he's going to get overwhelmed here. And Azuwu swinging out so clean on that USP. And Wumpin, they take the pistol. They find 12. And Incilio, they're in a world of hurt now. I feel like realization certainly has set in for this side that potentially you just focus on your next match. This one's already over. Forget about it. I like that Incilio are opting for the eco in this one. It would have been Deagles and Tech 9s if they decided to force. And obviously, you know, it's not all said and done if they lose this one, but it's going to be so tough. And Chris 7 finding Xanta does not make things any easier. Oh, this nade could do a lot of damage here. Look at that. Pip dropped down to 59. I like this boost. It's a great one and done position, but they are falling back. Leaf able to find one, but Pip with the trade. A lot of SMGs in play here for Wumpin, but it will be the FAMAS to rain down. Shine, doubt he's going to be aware here, but Dox progressing down ladder will find him. And Wumpin, they take 13. They're 3 rounds away from closing this one out now. One of the most dominant games here I've seen in the SCL for quite some time. Aggression here towards B. Xanta sent out a lot of util here. Spams will come through. Pip, in fact, inflicting damage to his own teammate. Obviously only 9 HP, but still not a fun situation to be in. The flash will come down towards ramp. Surely the swings are going to be coming through now. Molotov from Shine to force any players close either to aggress or to retreat. And I like how Wumpin are playing this. They just drop the smokes. They send the utility. They force the hand of this Incilio side. Oh, but that's a lovely find from Zigazagga. Takes down Azuwu as the smoke fades. Man advantage now for Incilio. Obviously, Zigazagga fairly low HP. Oh, and look at this. Leaf swinging through. Finds 2 with the FAMAS. Can just retrieve that M4. 2 versus 2 now. Oh, and Chris 7 is on this flank. They might be aware of it. They're both progressing here. Oh, and the flank surely going to go unchecked. Oh, but Chris 7, he shot a little too early here. Going to be swinging out. Has retrieved the AK. The shots have been made. Xanta going to drop the smoke. Could, in fact, go towards the B bomb site here, but we'll just plant. The bomb goes down. This is going to be a tough one for Chris 7. Does have the kit to work with here. I like this double back play towards Gap. But Xanta, not bothered by it at all. Still playing towards headshot, and as the time ticks away, Chris 7 certainly going to struggle here. Xanta just tucked away towards headshot here. Doubt he's going to be aware of this. Smoke has been dropped. It's going to be a stick of the bomb here. This is such a risk. I think they assume it's a... Oh, somehow he wins it! How is he able to stick that in the smoke? Chris 7, I believe he could have been seen there on the left-hand side. All it would have taken was a slight bit of movement there from Xanta, and that would have been a round going the way of Incilio. How has Wumpin won that one? That is absolutely insane. A ninja defuse outside the smoke to win the round for Wumpin. I feel like if there was any round to lose the heads of this Incilio side, it would be that one. That was guaranteed. Just goes to show the intricacies of this game. If we saw Xanta move a couple footsteps to the left, he would have easily spotted him. But Pip, nice opening pick here. Takes down Shine. Azuwu going to be tested here towards 8. We'll just send the nade out. The timing could be perfect. In fact, they do just dodge it. Azuwu going to be dropping the smoke here. Leaf to be tested towards short. Does find the first, though. Brings it back to a level playing field. We'll send the nade out here. Oh, and even more chip damage onto Dadta and Zigazagga. Four versus 4 here. Utility has been depleted on both sides, but Castle finding one. We'll send out the flashbang. Oh, and I love this flash. He can peek with it. just tucks itself in that kind of cubby of the wall. That is so technical, that. I mean, you really can't plan for. It should just be a save here for the 1-pin side. They do have a 10-round advantage, though, so they might be a little bit confident. They might want to go for this, but it would be a real risk. And looking at Chris 7, definitely not going to be going for this one. Just going to be playing for exits here. Dox still towards headshot. Could be going for somewhat of a ninja here. Oh, surely not. Are we going to see back-to-back ninjas? Time ticks away. Oh, but he has been spotted. That is so unfortunate, but I love that from Dox. Saw a ninja in the last. They want to do it again. I respect the play. I respect it. Obviously, the player towards sandbags, though, nullifying Dox's opportunity there. The 5th round found here from Incilio. Once again, the first gun round, they do find success. The money for 1-pin certainly not perfect either. Shine has been dropped in M4. Zulu going to be on the 5-7, and Leaf. I don't think Leaf has a weapon, in fact. Has been dropped to 5-7 as well. Fairly strong buy here for 1-pin. Obviously, it's not perfect, but with the money they had to work with, you know, I'd be happy with it. 4 players with full utility. 3 M4s, 2 5-7s. You know, it's not too bad at all. Especially with the lack of the loss bonus. But as the smoke fades, Dox goes down. That's one of the rifles getting eliminated instantly. Really unfortunate turn of events here. Oh, the boost comes through. Zigazagger takes down Chris 7. That's another M4 that has been lost. Nice nade there onto Leaf. Cilio, they can find 7 off the back of this one. Obviously, it will just be an EKO from 1-pin in the next. They need to convert this one. Obviously, they've got a hefty man advantage. Fair bit of util to work with as well. But it's not guaranteed here. They can't take any liberties. And peeking towards middle alone, I'd certainly call that a liberty. Dadta will fall. Brings it to this 3 versus 4. And Leaf aggressing here. Can retrieve an M4. And they know it's going to be this A-bomb site. Leaf's on this fast flank. Oh no, surely Incilio around destined to go their way. They might not be able to close out here. Castle, somewhat aware of the prospects of a flank. But that's a great find from Leaf in the back lines. And Shine able to find another. Surely we can't see 1-pin winning this one. They're aware of Leaf's position here. Incilio, they should close this one out, but... Flash will come over now. Leaf just waiting around, expecting a peek to come through. Might be gifted one here. Oh, surely not. He spotted one. Tap of the bomb here. Oh, he has been spotted though. They know he's not on the bomb. Leaf might get taken down by the bomb, in fact. This planted reverse, but it is going to be tough. 12 HP. 12 points of damage, sorry. As mentioned in Cilio, they can find 7 here. But that got so scary, unnecessarily. They had a 2-man advantage. If they sent it as a pack, they win that round easily, and they probably could have kept 4 or 5 players alive. But the fact Incilio decided to kind of split a little bit before the execute came through, it just allowed 1-pin to find a couple frags here and there. That's certainly not what you want to see at all. $5-7 invested from Shine, and Leaf still wielding that AK from the previous round. Is that a Zeus in play? 5-7 from Shine. Oh, the snake could do a lot of damage. Shine dropped down to 63. Molotov will come through towards sandbags. It is going to be this A stack here from 1-pin. We got a boost in heaven. This could be perfect. Shine, gonna be aggressing gap. Oh, that's a great find. Can retrieve an AK, and Leaf able to find one. They are eventually aware of him. 2 versus 2 now. Shine does fall. We got a second player aggressing gap, though. Oh, and Danta somewhat aware. Does take him down, and it's all on Azuru now. 1 versus 2. Another round that Incilio should have closed out in a very dominant fashion, and it hasn't gone their way, but Azuru certainly aware of this B-Rap here. We'll just reload the weapon. He can get here in time. He might be able to catch them by surprise. He's been spotted, able to find one, but Data with a trade. But another round that Incilio should have closed out in a dominant fashion. And it goes down to a 1v1. Full buy out now for 1 pin, and this is where things could take a turn for a worse for Incilio. No AWP on Shine. Nice find from Pip there onto Azuru. Oh, Shine! That's a lovely bit of spam damage there. Looking absolutely amazing in this one. Currently the top, or the second top performer of this 1 pin side. I kind of just forgot that Leaf was playing just as, if not better. Flash will come through, and this could be perfect. Trying to set Shine up for success. And the A-bomb site having both Leaf and Shine on it. A very scary prospect. And Leaf finding Pip through the smoke. Through the wall, in fact. Oh, Leaf finds another Data. Although he crept his way into the back line. Still got taken down here. Man advantage now for 1 pin. Castle very deep as well here. This is the problem with this 2B setup. Oh, and they're going to find another. They're playing 2 players towards B and no one looking middle. There's the one problem with it. Nice find from Castle. Second in the round. It's all on Docs. Just going to be saving in this one. Incilio, they find 8 here. Although 1 pin touching distance away from closing this one out, they seemingly are struggling here on the CT side. And obviously that came from the lack of that mid presence from 1 pin. It allowed 2 players to get in the back lines. And that's where the real struggle came from. Once again, just a half buy here for 1 pin. I love this boost for Dogs. You can see a spam through that wall once again. Ooh, Pip. Eventually realizing Leaf was in fact in that smoke. Nice little bit of nade damage there. Castle posted up here on the angle. Nice find there onto Docs. The M4 can be retrieved, though. Data, though, towards middle. We'll find Chris 7. 5 versus 2 here. And this is the dominant rounds that we've needed to be seeing from Incilio. Finally, once again, a half bite. They're able to find a fairly dominant round. It's seemingly been a lot of damage dealt from 1 pin when on these kind of weaker weapons. But now, Incilio keeping at least 3 players alive. So they will start to make some money here. There's a lot of rounds in a row for Incilio. I believe they've won, yeah, 5 in a row. Now we see Shine on the AWP. We see the full buy out for 1 pin. No limitations whatsoever. Util can, in fact, I think a flash could be dropped from Dox to his teammate Chris. But either way, opts against it. Be seeing a laser smoke there from Leaf. Slight aggression here towards ramp. Oh, just opted against the smoke, in fact, so Shine could have a little bit of a peek. Ooh, I like this aggression towards ramp, though, from Incilio. They're getting very aggressive here. Spots the player sandbags, but in fact, Datto takes down Leaf first. A lot of damage dealt from the utility, though. 3 players on this Incilio side, very low, but Datto aggressing, does find a Zulu. It's Shine trapped towards sandbags here with the AWP in hand, and Zigga will take him down. 4 players now, very low for this Incilio side. But this is unconfirmed damage. It's utility. Chris 7 and Dox, if they were feeling somewhat confident, I think they could easily find this round. Just a couple stray bullets through the smoke and they'd find success. This is so unfortunate. But obviously, util damage, especially when thrown towards ramp, is never confirmed. Xanta does take down Dogs, but Chris 7 with the trade. It is going to be this hunt here. I really don't know why they're going for this. So many players are low. Chris 7 can easily find them here. Here's a great position as well. Finds the first. Surely going to get the second as well. Look at this. These are just easy pickings. They're just giving away money. Unnecessarily 3 players falling there. They should have just saved. They should have just let their opponents keep their weapons. It's going to be a half buy from 1 pin in the next anyway. But they lost so much economy there. And for a side like Incilio, the fact that 1 pin are so close to closing this out, you can't be taking those risks. And I feel like Chris 7 could have even got more there. Could have found another. Attempted aggression here from Pip. Ooh. Close to lining up there. But Pip does find a Zulu. Flash will come through. Oh, that's a great find from Zigga. Data takes down Dox. Able to find Shine as well. Things are looking somewhat scary for 1 pin now. Obviously, as these rounds get closer and closer, the pressure certainly gets turned up. Leaf able to find 1. Flash will come through here. That does take him down. Full buy out for 1 pin once again. Obviously, the money for Incilio now, after winning 7 in a row, is slowly looking somewhat stronger. Ooh, the nade a little late there. Just misses its mark. Nade will come through here. Even more damage dealt this time. A perfect nade onto Zigga. Flash being sent in from Dox. That control's been taken towards B. It is going to be this A hit here for Incilio. Shine, tasked with finding this frag here. Takes down Danta. Pip finds a Zulu. Leaf, though, comes alive. Able to find 1, but the trade's still coming through. 2 players are low for this Incilio side now. Seemingly they are still going to be going towards A. The rotations will come through. It is Shine, the lone defender here. We do have a player towards elevator now. And 1 pin. They're in a great position to close this one out now. They just can't give a pick away, and it will be Castle to be hunting for 1. Searching for this player towards the backside. We've got 2 players going up gap here. Castle finds 1. Oh, and Shine gets the frag, and he spotted the second as well. He gets the tag, can just get away as well. Both players still low here. Chris7 going to be rotating in. Could get caught out by the AWP of Castle. Oh, but he spotted him, in fact. Chris7 takes him down, and there we have it. 1 pin. They find 15 here. They're on match point, and they've got 4 opportunities to close this one out. Once again, another pause being called. Incilio, they do have this full buyout. That was a great round from Shine. A really important one. I believe he got 3 in that round. Doing so much work there with the AWP towards Gap. We are back live now. Leaf, not going to be on a perfect weapon. Kind of questioning, do I bring out the M4 with no util, or do I go FAMAS? Has elected for the latter. Going to be this B hit here from Incilio. Oh, and Chris7 dodging the flash is going to send the Molotov out, and this could be the start of the end here. Oh, Shine able to find one. Chris does get taken down. Shine repeaking. Hits that second shot with the AWP, but he's hungry for more here. Shine going to be peeking. Dox able to confirm it with the nade, and Shine is so hungry for these frags. Azuwu takes him down. It's just Castle remaining completely alone in this one. He's got no teammates to work with now. Castle just biding his time here, just waiting for a mistake to be made. Waiting for some aggression, but 1 versus 4 here. Surely can't win this one. Ooh, he spotted the first. He will take him down. He's found that opening pick. So Castle does have somewhat of a chance here. Going to be leaning back towards the A-bomb site. He's got 41 seconds to work with. The bomb on his back and a Molotov on his equipment belt. Slowly creeping his way up towards A. Castle, though, with a lot of work to do. We've got a lot of util on 1 pin for this retake as well. Azuwu operating as this lone defender towards both middle and A. He does have a Molotov and a nade. Oh, might just send out the util now for the default plant. Castle going to be taking a fair bit of damage here. Drop down to 47. Flash comes through, and Azuwu, he's the one to close it out, to finish it off, being the final blow here. And 1 pin, they close it out 16-11. Absolutely great game from them. It did get somewhat dicey towards the end, but either way, they do take the victory. They take the dub, and that's kind of the only thing you really need to think about in the grand scheme of things. But 1 pin, they looked absolutely amazing there. I feel like we really needed to see a little bit more from Incilio earlier on, and then they could have somewhat taken the game. But obviously 1 pin, they are now 5-1 here in the Challenger Division. Incilio, they are 3-3, but an absolutely amazing game. I do believe we do have another game on our hand. It is maybe versus EKO. And I'm just passing over to Flamboyant, so make sure you go show him some love. And yeah, what a crazy game. See you guys.